Welcome back to Night School. This weekend, everybody's timelines got hit with a surprise. If you were on IG, Instagram on Sunday morning, you got a note from Diddy's timeline, and he said something that a whole lot of people didn't expect. I'm sorry. Check it out.
It's so difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life, but sometimes you got to do that. I was f***ed up. I hit rock bottom, but I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video.
So Diddy, as you know, was responding to the video that was leaked or released anyway on Friday, showing him brutally beating Cassie in a hotel. On Sunday, Diddy comes out with an apology. The question for many people, though, is why? Well, I think the answer to that part is kind of obvious, kind of easy. He apologized because he got caught. If you listen to his words, he says, my behavior is inexcusable. My behavior was wrong. I make any excuses. I'm not asking for forgiveness. He said all the things, right? These kind of paint by the numbers, publicist-driven apologies. But the problem with the apology was it didn't come after the lawsuit. It didn't come after the allegation. It came after the video was released. In other words, before there was video, Diddy was still standing 10 toes down saying, I didn't do it. Remember that Instagram post I posted on the channel a couple of days ago where Diddy said, I deny all of this, basically. He said all of it is a lie, and he did what all celebrities do. The truth will come out. All these stupid prophecy-driven, messages that make it sound like they got some cryptic truth that's going to creep up from out of the universe. The truth is going to come out in the light. The darkness is going to turn the light, and it'll all be revealed. They all start talking about like old church grandmoms. And no one really believed them except the people who had an investment in believing them, people who want to believe that what Diddy said was true because they want to be Diddy, or they are Diddy, or they dream about being Diddy, right? It's the same people that forgive Donald Trump, or it's the same people who vote for Donald Trump, rather. It's the same people who believe that the key to freedom is to be a powerful white man. Those people wanted to believe Diddy. And so they would co-sign, oh, yeah, the truth's going to come out. Like Cassie just lying. Cassie just won. All these attacks on Cassie's character. And then the video comes out and those people want radio silence.
I hit rock bottom.
And he says, I hit rock bottom, which is interesting because he's also saying, I don't make any excuses. Right? He comes out with the Russell Simmons in Bali background looking like he hiding from extradition. Then he comes out and says, I don't make any excuses. I was effed up. I was at rock bottom. No excuses. I was really on drugs. That's the implication. I went to seek help. I'm glad he went to seek help. That's the right thing to do. And that's what T.D. Jakes said in his sermon on Sunday. Seek help. He was talking to Diddy, but he didn't say Diddy's name. But he was clearly talking about Diddy. All that is good. I'm not mad at Diddy for saying that he's wrong. I'm not mad at Diddy for seeking help. But let's not pretend this is an apology. This was nothing like an apology. He spent the last 7 months dragging Cassie's name through the mud by saying she was lying, by having his lawyer say she was lying. And today, he didn't say, hey, I'm sorry I lied. He didn't say, I'm sorry, Cassie. He didn't even say Cassie's name. He didn't say, I'm sorry, Cassie. He didn't say, I'm sorry for lying. He didn't say, I'm sorry. He didn't acknowledge he was lying. He didn't say, I'm sorry for making Cassie look like a liar. He gave a generic, empty, I'm sorry, with no meaning attached to it. That is not what an apology is. This is the anatomy of an apology. I'm sorry. Here's what I did. Here's why it was wrong. Here's how I'm going to make amends. Please forgive me. That's the anatomy of an apology. He didn't do those things. He basically got caught on tape and gave, like I said, a publicist written piece, except the problem is no crisis management specialist, no publicist will tell him to do it like this. He just ended up looking worse. Nobody forgave him. Nobody believes him. Because 1 second before that video came out, you were still saying it was all going to come out in the light. So now you just look worse. I'm hoping that this gives Cassie some, what's the word? I hope Cassie feels better about this. I hope Cassie gets some justice out of this. I hope Cassie sleeps better. And I hope all the people who harassed Cassie and lied about Cassie, lied on Cassie, didn't believe Cassie, disrespected Cassie, also feel like complete fools. And maybe they apologize to Cassie as well. I suspect we've seen not the last of Diddy, but I don't know if he recovers from this. I just don't know. I don't think he will, but we live in a society that gives third acts, fourth acts, 10th acts, 50th acts, especially the men, especially the rich, powerful men. So it would not shock me to see if Diddy comes back, that a lot of people are looking to forgive and forget that any of this happened. The challenge is, unlike some people who have gotten into all kinds of trouble, Diddy, one, now has video evidence. Diddy is chased by lots of stories. Diddy's also being chased by these homophobic jokes and claims and all this other stuff. So hip hop may have an investment in pushing him out on top of this. In fact, you know what? I won't say that. I'll just say it's interesting how this is playing out. We're going to continue to cover it. But again, my love goes to Cassie. My support goes to Cassie. But let's not even call this an apology. It's just not.